Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Thor issue 14. And this was a really great issue. It brought an amazing conclusion to the whole Prey arc with Donald Blake, and it just ended so epically. The art and what happened just fucking rocked with the action scenes that we got and the chilling end that we get. So, we see that Donald Blake is ready to fight, and we see that Thor is ready in his destroyer armor. And, he's like, Donald's being like, yeah, let's do this. And then, Thor kind of punches him out, and, he's like, oh, that kind of hurt. But he's able to bring up Mjolnir. He's like, yes, I would have words with thee, Thor, but he's not able to get it out. He's like, no more words, as Thor just starts beating him mercilessly in the destroyer armor. But the thing is, and as he's saying, he's like, no more words. The thing is, Blake's like, really? You're coming at me with armor made by Odin, as he's pretty much trying to use the power that he's acquired to take that power away. Well, Odin's like, that's not good, and is trying to summon Mjolnir to him, but Beta Ray Bill gets it, and this is what the Beta Ray Bill miniseries is talking about, because Bill is able to get Mjolnir, transform into his horse self, and is like, nope, I'm an Oda weapon, and then of course he chucks Mjolnir at Blake to stop him from what's going on, as Doctor Strange does the Crimson Bands of Sitarak to bind him. And of course, Odin's like, yeah, this was my thing, let me finish this out. And Donald Blake's like, fine, do it. Make me nothing, because he was made this way. And he even brought that up in the beginning of the issue. He's like, all I ever wanted was a life. Why would you make me to hurt like this? Why would you make me to be this way? And that is a valid question. Does it excuse the things that he's done? No. But he's bringing up a fundamental question of, he was made for a certain purpose, and he was just left once that purpose was no longer useful, until of course Thor's like, let me gotta use this. And Odin's pretty much getting ready to stab him with a spear, but Loki is like, no shit, and is able to kind of fix the staff and tosses it to Thor in the destroyer suit, and he's able to crack it down to stop everything, and of course gets back into the out from under the world tree and calls Mjolnir to him. It's like, yes, Father, this is your problem, but I'm going to deal with it, and you and I will have our reckoning later. And tells him to leave and to send his love to Thor's mother. He's like, I'll do that. He, of course, Thor doesn't know of the whole situation between Odin and Freya, but that will be news later. And he then asks Strange to unbound Donald, and Strange's like, you sure about that? He's like, I'm not going to ask twice. And Blake's like, what are you going to do? He's like, you're my brother. And it's really kind of cool as we see other people arrayed, but seeing Thor's face as he goes through this, because he's like, you're my brother. And that kind of affability he's got towards his siblings and everything. He's like, listen, whatever flows through my veins flows through yours. You're a son of Odin. And we should acknowledge that. But, however, I'm not above hurting my brothers. And he lifts him up and does a giant thunder crack, like a lightning strike on his ass, and then puts him down. And then it's like, alright. So Loki, what are you going to do with him? He's like, well, brother, you asked me to lie to you once. Do you want me to lie to you now? I was like, interesting. And he then goes off with him. And we see that, interestingly enough, that Blake's like, well, where am I? What's going on? And we see that he is strapped to a table, and there's a snake. He's like, well, Blake, you wanted to be God. Well, I'm going to make you one. This is the, here you'll stay. You should be familiar to you. And, you're going to be sitting on the throne of lies. You'll be the new God of lies. As Loki renounces that title, he's like, may you ever reign. As the door closes, as the snake is dripping venom into Donald Blake's eyes, as he's become the new God of lies. And I find this as a really intriguing kind of thing, because Of course, you have the cycles of Ragnarok, so that means that you can like do a lot of interesting things with Norse mythology and everything that's going on with also Thor's mythology. And I did not expect them to turn him into the next god of lies and Loki to renounce it. We have seen that Loki wants to evolve his role and change and see what other things kind of work out. Whole thing with like the storytelling and everything, and seeing Blake turn into the god of lies and how that'll work out, because that is a pretty good punishment for someone who's gone around and has been trying to destroy all of Asgard, destroy Thor, destroy Odin and everything. It's pretty much usually what Loki had been doing. And it's interesting to see him have another person take on that mantle. And I was really intrigued because I was like, Donald Blake is the villain? I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm intrigued to see how it works out. And it's worked out far better than I thought it would, as Donald Blake proved a very credible threat, utilizing really cool Thor lore and Norse lore to have him slay the Midgard serpent, take that power, then take all this other power and become a truly formidable threat for an all-father level person, and then to see him be like brought down to level and then have him have a new role, since Thor hasn't used that whole mortal persona in a while. And this is definitely going to introduce an interesting dynamic, because the Asgardians are already like, you done fucking did some fucking shit, man. And to see how he is brought in, because he has been made to do these certain things. They weren't like, he was made for a specific purpose and then thrown away. And we'll have to see how he can like evolve, if he can evolve past that and change past that and become a better person while still being the god of lies. So this has really been a cool change that they've done for Donald Blake, and I cannot wait to see how it affects Thor and the rest of the stories going forward, and what other writers potentially would be able to do with something like this. Not that I want Donny Cates to like be off of Thor. I'm loving this run, but it opens up a lot of cool possibilities. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.